Hey y'all! This second video in the module for this week deals with the first reading that's been assigned to you from the Harris book. The first chapter deals with nothing but reflective, well, the whole book deals with nothing but reflective thinking. But the first one is an overview about why we need to have reflective thinking and what it does for us. And that is going to be really important to this class for a variety of reasons, of which I've written down. Yeah, okay, so all the pedagogical changes that you're going to do in this class and all the research that you're going to find to inform those pedagogical changes are all going to come as a result of you actually figuring out what is it do I want to change. And that is done by reflective thinking. Reflective thinking is influenced by a lot of factors. It's influenced by how much experience you have teaching. It's also influenced by the social interactions that you have with other people, hence the professional learning community that we're going to be working on and putting together. There seems like there's a third thing that is on there. Oh, and it's also incumbent on changes, the degree of willingness that you have to actually change things in your practice. So how experienced you are, how many people you have ideas to bounce off of, and how willing you are to actually make changes with yourself. It's a pride issue. Let it go. Okay. This chapter also gives a really nice laundry list of all of the agencies dealing with teacher education that force you to be reflective in your practice. Because, of course, nothing forces someone to actually be thoughtful about themselves than mandating it, of course, yes. But they wanted to give an example of how established it is that being reflective is going to be important to teaching. So, I can't do much about whether or not you're willing to change. I can't do anything about how much experience you have teaching. What I can do is do my best to create an environment where you actually have social interactions that cause you to reflect on your teaching. That's where this assignment comes in. And this is an assignment. Assignment! Okay, so your assignment for the Chapter 1 reading. There's a lot of assignments, but the first one that I'm giving you is this Chapter 1 reading. On D2L, you need to go into the discussion tools, and it should be like on the left-hand side when you look at your screen. The very first module is the introduction. It should fall under that. You should see kind of like a bubble, like a thought bubble thing for discussions, and there'll be, I want to say three different ones. I forget how many put up there. But there is one that will say Harris Chapter 1, because it's the Harris, Chapter 1. And on that, I'm not really asking you to discuss anything about the Harris Chapter 1. I just want you to give a little hello. And I've given an example hello in there. And that is designed for you to actually figure out who is your social group in this class. Who are you going to be bouncing ideas off of? Who is going to assist you in that reflective thought for your practice? I am going to ask that you limit the things that you put in there to what you teach and where you teach, how long you've been teaching, problems that you have, or issues, not even so much problems, but issues that come up in your teaching, and who you are as a musician. I'm aware that many of you have very rich personal lives that you would love to share. That's what social media is for, and go ahead and do that. I limited myself to not telling you all sorts of interesting things that I thought were, I said, who am I as a musician? What do I want to do as a teacher? How does this class tie into those goals? So, that's your very first assignment. And I'm going to sign off and then start another little video for our next little topic. Catch it in about 30 seconds.